Ronnie O'Sullivan, 21.
Now, can he get past the blue to that red up the other end of the table? Ronnie had no shot on there. That was all he could do. But is there a path through? Well, to play a safety shot off this red. Don't know if he can see enough of it to cut it in, but I think he can see enough of it to play safe.
The two lapses in positional play from Ronnie we've seen in the last two frames will irritate him more than missing a pot. It's so often in pinpoint position every single shot.
And that'll certainly irritate him as well. He got the double kiss. It wasn't an easy safety shot he was faced with, but suddenly this match is turning slightly.
One.
Well, it's not as bad as it looks. I thought he was going to be fully hampered there, but he can get past the red to the queuing angle. And you talk about fractions, even there, a fraction made all the difference. If he's hampered with the pink, that, or hampered with the red, that would have been a tough pink. And
7.
It's just been a couple of fractions that have caused the problems for Ronnie in the last two frames.
8.
And we know what Ding is like if he gets on a run. He's quite capable of winning a couple of frames in no time at all. That's a nice shot there, Stephen, isn't it, to try and get the black into play. Just that one simple, it looked quite easy, that positional shot, but he's
40.
left himself where he can pot this and leave the black on. Black may be tied up, that's the only problem for him. But it was a delicate little shot that he played there.
Yeah, you're right. I don't think he'll play for the black, Dennis. I think those two reds are just hampering it. He's not being his best scoring today. His highest rate is only 58, which is unlike Ding in a match that there's been 6 frames played.
15.
Obviously he's lost 4 of those frames, but I only expect him to make him big breaks all the time. And that last frame might have given him a little boost.
21.
Suddenly looks a bit more comfortable, striking the ball well.
22.
Just had enough angle. I thought he was straight for a moment there, but just enough angle to get over for these reds.
28. $29.
Yeah, having to leave that black alone because of the problem we mentioned. A red either side of the spot, and not easy to get on either of those reds either. That's why he's concentrated on the pink.
35.
Ding will be celebrating the Chinese New Year at the end of this week. The year of the dragon, Dennis.
Well, you've just come back from China. One day you went there for. They do like you out in that part of the world, Stephen. You're heading back out again at the end of the month, I believe.
Yeah, China snooker's become a huge sport in China. And obviously, a lot of that down to this player we're watching at the table here.
Yeah, about 6 months ago I had the pleasure of playing in Hainan, where the World Open is going to, and I went out for a meal with Ding and his sponsors, and he was mobbed in the village we went to. The whole village came out to see him.
43.
It's a beautiful part of the world they've taken the World Open to. It's the Hawaii of China. It really is a delightful place to visit. Don't know if he can reach around here. He might need the extension to get to this. No problem getting on the black. It's just a straightforward little stun shot. Might be able to reach it.
51.
30 points in front. All of a sudden it's a completely new ball game, Stephen.
Yeah, you can tell even the way Ding's walking around the table now. He seems a lot more positive.
58.
His positional plays better than it has been so far in the match. We've got a game in our hands.
Well,
59.
He puts his head in his hands. He didn't intend to cannon into the black, but can he pot the black? And it might be a natural angle to move that red that's near the side cushion. Wasn't what he was intending. He didn't even want to have to bother with this.
Away 59.
Now this is a big pocket. If Ronnie wishes to take the red up the cushion where the black is finished. So that unexpected cannon where Ding looked as if he was going to take the frame and get back to just one behind. Well, Ronnie's looked at that red, but it's a very tough shot to cut it up the cushion and in off the black. But he's got a straightforward safety shot, although he's 38 behind, so it looks as if it's the safety shot he's playing here. No, he has played it, and he's got it. One more good positional shot. That was a big pocket, and that's the reason he took the risky cut up the cushion.
That well, but just the whites just run a little bit further to the right hand cushion, which makes this red a lot tougher pot. Just be following through off the cushion for the pink in the right centre.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 8.
Still fancied him the way he's been playing to get that, but that has handed the frame to Ding now. So it'll be a relieved Ding Zhongwei that felt he might just have missed the boat there, but Ronnie didn't take full advantage.
It's funny there. I'm sure Ronnie was going to concede, but he's just remembered that we all get fined if we concede when there's still enough points to win the frame. So I'll let Ding come to the table.
9.
As I found to my cost against John Higgins earlier on this season.
You got fined 250 quid. Oh, that must have hurt you, Stephen.
14.
Oh, Ding playing left-handed. I don't think he was expecting to pump that. He surprised himself. So quite amazing that one fluke in the previous frame
21.
seems to have turned this match right around. Ronnie's still in the lead, but it looked for all the world it was going to be 5-1, and all of a sudden there's only one frame the difference.
32.
The opening day of the Masters, the first match, and well, who's to say it might now go all the way. It looked a foregone conclusion. It's not that now. Ronnie O'Sullivan just A couple of inches made all the difference in the last few frames. Just one behind now, 4-3 to the Rocket.
Yes, it was looking like a stroll around Alexandra Park at one point for Ronnie O'Sullivan, but suddenly Ding Junhui scents the chase now, and he's very much in it, isn't he, Steve?
Yeah, you never know what's going to happen in the snooker match, which is the reason why you should never ever sort of predict that one player has the evil eye over the other. That would be a stupid thing to do.
Right.
Misposition by Ronnie O'Sullivan on a couple of occasions has cost him dearly, and I can only assume that the cloth is either fractionally faster or very reactive. That may be the reasons why.
We talked about that fluke in the last frame, or the 2 frames ago, obviously now, and how much of a bearing that can have. And you made a very good point, Steve, about stewing in your chair when the crowd applauds something like that. Have you experienced something like that yourself, John?
Yeah, of course you have. Loads of times. In nearly every match you play, there's there'll be a fluke somewhere or other. But it's looking like a really big fluke now.
Yeah.
I mean, if that had gone 5-1, honestly, that was shake hands and off you, and you're getting the, start the engine. But not the moment. It's 4-3 again, and then, he's back in it. He's just been thrown a lifeline, and he's taken it.
Thank you, frame 8. Ronnie O'Sullivan to break.
A beautiful Waterford crystal trophy that the eventual winner will pick up on Sunday night, and it's a beauty. The original trophy. Stephen Hendry has that somewhere in his house, or it used to be in your club at Stirling, Stephen. They give you the Gold Cup after winning it 5 times.
Yeah, it takes pride of place in my snooker room. Fantastic turnout to win the Masters. It was always second on my list before the season started, the World Championship and then this. Top 16 players in the world.
1.
Fantastic cue in there. And Ronnie O'Sullivan. His long pot today has been phenomenal. For once, it's his positional play that's let him down. Very unusual.
He's at 83% with his long pot success rate, but he was hoping to disturb the black there and reds, and somehow managed to avoid it. Any sort of cannon on the reds or the red and black would have been good. And
Ronnie O'Sullivan 3.
so I think he was a little bit disappointed with his previous shot, and he was a bit unlucky to find the gap there, but it's things like that can just cause Ronnie to lose a little bit of self-confidence. Well, not so much self-confidence it caused him, but just his attitude just seems to change slightly when he makes a few mistakes, and he's his own biggest critic. He expects so much, and we've seen so much from him.
Yeah, you just get irritated by little mistakes you make, and obviously that last red in the middle that he missed was a little bit reckless. So important in snooker, though, to control your emotions.
7.
Because that can give Ding nothing but confidence to see your opponent doing that.
Eight.
Still not a good chance by any means just yet. Now the pink may have to go on the black spot. Now let's have a look when the referee Brent Moore gets out of the way as to whether the pink is also tied up. You can play for the blue without any problem here.